Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching Lost. This is the 15th episode of the second season. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in a link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in and enjoy. So last episode, Russo was back, and yes, every episode that she does appear in, there seems to be a bit of chaos. We had the one where Ernst blew up, we had the baby being taken, we had Saeed obviously being taken as well from her, do you know what I mean? And last episode, yes, she captured somebody who she's saying she believes is another. Now, the interesting thing is, we have no idea if it is another or not. He did say that he wasn't a person on the plane. You know, when he was asking him how did he get here, he said that him and his wife was travelling on a air balloon across the Pacific, and he ended up crashing here onto the island, and they've been here for about 4 months. He also said that the island sent his wife a little bit crazy just recently, and she's ended up passing away, and it's just him left, and that's how he ended up getting captured as he ventured out from his cave. Now, that's very interesting because, you know, if he was trying to play it like everybody else was, that he was part of the, you know, the flight, they would have had all of this information on him. But now it's a total guessing game. Is he another? Is he telling the truth? Who knows, mate? But Saeed was trying to get to the bottom of it. He started going into his torture mode. Yes, we got another backstory of Saeed showing him when he was in the war doing his torturing and how he first got to that position. And it correlated, like I said, very well with how the season's been doing it with the backstories into the last episode. And he started doing his torturing here. Once again, Jack believes that he is the right person who should be making all of the decisions. And basically, he gave Locke an ultimatum, pretty much. You know, he changed the combination. And Saeed was torturing, obviously, I think his name's Henry, inside of the armourer. The alarm was going off. Basically, Jack was like, look, mate, you either give me the code to get inside the armourer, or this is going counting down to 0, and I believe nothing's going to happen anyway. Now, the interesting thing is, obviously, Locke's determined to press this button, so he opened up the door, ran in, keyed the thing in, didn't work in time. All these buttons started flashing up. It's like red and like nuclear launch codes. That's what it looked like anyway. But he still pressed it, and then it did reset. So that was a bit disappointing, even though I liked what was happening. And then Jack ran in, grabbed Saeed and pulled him back. And then obviously he was saying, why are you doing this? How do you know that you know he's an actual lover? Did he express that and say that to you? No, he didn't actually say that. But the thing is, you know, Saeed went and sat down and spoken to Charlie at the end of the episode, and he was saying, look, mate, you know, it seems like people have forgotten what's happened around here, forgotten that you and Claire was taken, forgotten that you were strung up and nearly killed. Do you know what I mean? Everybody's kind of safe and all chilling right now, but I've not forgotten. Do you know what I mean? I've beaten him down, and I've had this experience in the past before, and I know he's another, not because he expressed it and told me, because I didn't feel bad at all for what I was doing to him. Well, obviously we've seen in the backstory he did feel bad in certain situations, and obviously he felt bad when he tortured Sawyer as well. So this is very good. I threw a stone in the pond. I said before any of this was he was getting beaten up, that I do think he's another. I think he's going to act really well and convince everybody, but I feel like he is actually, you know, one of them. So it's going to be interesting to see if I'm right or wrong. Right, checking out today's episode. If you do enjoy it, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into the 15th episode of the second season of Lost.
It's okay, sweetie. John, he's burning up, and he's got a rash, and I need to find Jack. No, I can't, John.
No, you're not walking through the jungle in the middle of the night. I'll go get Jack. I'll send him right back here.
What's going on? Baby's got a fever. Claire was coming here. He asleep?
Not sound all night. I'll get back here as soon as I can.
Oh, that's got a proper rash. Look at him. Oh, Russo again.
What are you doing here? You stay away from us.
He's sick.
Just get away. You get away from us!
You don't remember, do you?
Remember what?
It's a vaccine. We don't want him to get sick.
What are you doing here? Get out of our camp.
What just happened? That was well good. He did remember something.
There's something wrong with him.
Oh, well, that's obvious, isn't it? Just look at him. He's got red all over him. But that was so interesting. You don't remember what they done to her or something. And then we got, like, some back flashback with her, like, looked like she was in some facility with medicine and she was injected. And then, obviously, she was running and scratching Russo. We've seen that bit happen before. That was really good. Like I said, mate, every time Russo's in an episode, it's chaotic and it's good, mate. She's got... I like her, to be honest. I actually do like her.
Always sleeps through the night. And this rash, I mean, there's something wrong.
Babies get sick. It's probably roseola.
What if he caught something really bad? Like some kind of infection?
Rousseau was here.
We've been on this island for 2 months and no one's gotten sick. Gotta get back to the hatch. I'll come back in a couple hours and check on them again, okay?
It's mad that doctors know all these different conditions though, isn't it? Like, it's
Are you
crazy.
sure about this?
Hey, guys.
So you're a shrink, right? Can you help people remember things?
I guess it depends on what you need to remember.
When Jack and I found Charlie, he was hanging from a tree.
I have no idea what happened, and now I'm seeing these flashes of things.
Maybe your memories aren't gone. Maybe you're just blocking them.
Ah, it's potentially a good episode.
Thought you might like something to read.
You don't have any Stephen King?
Library's a little outdated.
What's with the book?
Just something to pass the time. What are we doing, Jack?
What are we doing?
We can't hide him down here forever.
Well, John, let me ask you this. We don't have a long-term plan for the button, but we keep pushing it. We have to keep doing what we're doing. If you've got a better idea, let's hear it.
That's not going to happen, is it? Do you know what? Jack was all right there. He said the right thing.
Keep your eyes closed. Now, I want you to visualize yourself when you were pregnant.
Maxine, we don't want him to get sick.
I'm giving the baby up for adoption.
Oh, the sedative I gave you was very mild. I know these exams.
No, I don't think this is before.
I'm going to give you a shot now, Claire. A
Yeah.
little medicine for your baby.
I saw him. It was Ethan.
I do love like flashback stuff. Like, to me, this could be one of the better episodes that we get this season. Because I don't know. I just feel like when you know that something's been missing for so long, like I've been asking, what has happened since that time? Like, how did she get away? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we've seen that they're so strong. Kate couldn't get away. How did she get away? And she was pregnant. I always wanted to know, was Ethan part of their camp or is he somebody else? You know, like part of the others? Because when they mentioned him, they didn't react that much. Nobody comes to his aid either when, like, I don't know, he was trying to chase her. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he seemed to be like out of sync with the rest of the others, if that makes sense. And like, I've always wondered what has happened in that period. I would have loved to have an episode of her escaping. I think I said that at the time it happened and we never got it. And now he's come like all the way around, nearly like 20 episodes probably. It was like probably mid-season when she was taken last season. And now we're getting it here. And I love it when you see all the backstory. You can see like facilities that they've got, you know, all the different people that are there, you know, where they live in, all the medicine. Do you know what I mean? It's great stuff. Because it's usually full of information, it excites me because it gives me answers to potential questions that I've been asking for ages.
Ethan! What happened?
I don't know.
What did you do?
Nothing. She
Can't
just...
do it again. I was drugged. I need to find that place. That room, it's real. It's real. Hey, and there's medicine there. Please, help me find it.
Oh, he might see him for the first time.
You're alone?
Not anymore.
I was hoping to borrow a saw.
Right this way.
I need a gun. And you don't get to ask why.
Why?
Just give me a gun, Sawyer.
Found a new pair of glasses damn near my prescription. You like them?
All right, I'm going into the jungle to track down Rousseau. Claire thinks she knows where there might be some medicine. I think she's a little too worried. She's going after Rousseau with or without me.
All right, what do you want? 9mm or rifle?
I mean, I do like Sawyer. I feel like he just tries to play this persona.
This is a good idea.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Another flashback.
Get out of here.
I wish there was another way. But the baby needs it, Claire. There. All done. That wasn't so bad, was it?
No.
And now, because you've been such a good girl, I think it's time for a surprise.
Wow, look at this.
This place.
It's for your baby, Claire.
Oh, it's amazing. So where did it all come from?
I was going to ask that.
I'd love to explain everything to you, Claire, but I'm afraid it would be a little overwhelming right now.
Ethan.
Wait here, I'll be right back.
That's the guy that threatened Sawyer in it and Kate and that.
They knew I wasn't on the plane. They had a manifest.
Well, what am I supposed to tell him? You know what he's gonna do when he finds out.
Get out. Get out of here.
Claire?
I love this type of stuff, mate. It's well good.
Mummy's got to go now, sweetheart. Really soon on, I'll make you feel all better, okay? I promise.
Right, so if you looked at that facility there, that guy who come in and just closed the door, he was the guy that I'm sure shot Sawyer. I'm sure he was the guy on the boat. I'm sure he's the one who also had that conversation with Jack and stole the weapons from everybody. Do you know, the one who had the beard? Now, it's interesting to see them being that type of look and then this type of look. Like, clearly they've got a Dharma facility themselves and it's pretty specced up and they're clean, you know what I mean? They've got clothes. So how come on sometimes they're in that place looking all good and then they're in the jungle looking all like homeless, if that makes sense? You know what I mean? Is it a false perception that they're putting on to the people on the island so that they don't hopefully venture out into their locations? Also, I was thinking as well, is all that stuff in there? Yeah, where did it come from? If they're on the island, like, where are they getting all of this stuff? Where are they getting all the medicine? How have they got all the cabinets set up? You know, like, where's the bed come from and the cradle and everything? Like, how have they got that thing spinning around with the planes on? You know, all of this stuff. Yeah, he said it'd be a long story that'll probably overwhelm her, but like, I do feel like it's needed information, because surely that wasn't just chilling in that location. Like, yes, there's a fully kitted one that Desmond had, the hatch that they're in there, but it doesn't have none of that sort of stuff. That's just like way far into it, innit? Like, expecting that you'd be there 4 years. So, mate, I'm excited for this episode. I love it. You know, it just reminds me of, obviously, when we was watching the 100. It's great stuff. And obviously, that person's coming over and speaking to her. We need to get out of it. You need to run. It's going pretty quick. Is that a boy? Is it a girl? I'm not too sure. I'm going to say it's Alex. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say it's Russo's kid. And if it is, I'm loving it, mate. It would be so good.
You sure this is her trial?
We started at the exact spot where we chased her off the beach.
So what do you know about Russo?
Just about her ship crashing here, her and her research team getting stranded.
They died.
Tracks are gone. Trail ends here.
How did they die?
She killed them.
What? Why would
Because they were infected.
I remember a lot of it now. I remember the room, a teenage girl, my baby is sick, and you're going to take me back there to get what he needs right now.
Yes, it was a teenage girl, she said. It's Alex. Well, I'm hoping so.
Who is he? The man that you are keeping in the hatch.
Did Locke tell you?
Locke did not tell me anything. I wish to speak to him alone. Can you arrange this?
Where do we go next?
Why are you asking me that? You need to tell me where to go.
Where is this room? You said you remembered. That's why I brought you here. You lied.
Hey! Get your hands off of her.
I want her to reunite with a kid, man. Big time. And I want a kid to remember that that's, well, they won't remember that's her mum, but that she's not theirs.
Wake up.
How's it coming? You say we sneak out of here and take a walk. I'm sorry this is the first time I've managed to get you out. You know, my friends are afraid you'll run away.
That's really sour.
Is it? I hadn't noticed. May I? I wish you didn't have to go. There's not enough vaccine for you and the baby.
But I'm not sick.
Thank God. And once you've delivered, you can go back to your friends and hopefully you'll stay that way. But if you're going to trust us with your child, I want you to be sure.
Do they truly believe that they're giving him vaccines to help them? Or is he just chatting? It's around there somewhere, isn't it? They're getting close. They won't venture far. That was interesting. Do you know, when you look at Ethan, the way he was talking then, he was talking nice. I know, like, obviously it could be a way to, it's kind of like, not like the long con, but basically, you know, that long con is to, what Sawyer was trying to say is make somebody do something thinking it was their idea. Do you know what I mean? And that's kind of like, he could have been really nice to her to make her be like, yeah, have my baby. Yeah, great stuff. Make sure you take care of him. Do you know what I mean? Instead of it being like, give me your baby, we're taking it. It's more like, oh, you know, there's not enough vaccine. We can make sure your baby's safe. We're good for family. Do you know what I mean? We really love him. We really care for him. It's your choice, Claire. Do you know what I mean? If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. Nobody's forcing. Do you know what I mean? Like, playing that game, so it's Claire thinking, do you know what? Yeah, these are decent people. You know what I mean? But I would love to see, well, hopefully we get it in today's episode, where we get to between her not wanting to do that and where she actually gains her memory and becomes a bit more sane again, because she looks like she's high and drugged up here constantly, and where she starts fleeing. And obviously, like, if they're so hardcore wanting this baby, because I was thinking if Ethan was part of it, part of them, I know that he was another, but like, nobody ever come to kind of defend him. Literally nobody. And like, you know, seeing it here that they actually really wanted the baby, and he just mentioned that they didn't really want them to venture outside because he was scared that she'd run off. Why did nobody go after them? Do you know what I mean? Why was he free? You know what I mean? Why was she free to run off and do that sort of stuff? And why did they not come back for her again? Do you know what I'm saying? They have been injecting her, and to me it sounds like they actually do believe that there's something going on the island. But I don't know if they did purposely inject the baby so that it would get sick, or if like they actually believe that they're injecting them to help them. I don't know. We need more of that info. Well, I need more of that info. Do you reckon they're still in this facility, or do you reckon they fled?
Flashlights. This way.
I'd open every cupboard, me, see what's in there. See, birds, yeah.
Wake up. You have to get out of here. Now. Don't scream.
What are you talking about?
You're going to die. They're going to cut him out of you.
Ethan, I want to talk to you. Ethan wouldn't hurt me. Ethan wouldn't hurt me. It's here. The medicine's here. With this.
What is it?
It was in here. The vaccine was in here. You know where it is, don't you? Tell me. Tell me where it is.
I'm liking it. You know, I want to see more of Alex, me, or that girl. Do you reckon this is the longest period she's had without being drugged, so she can start remembering?
Hey, Hayden! Who are you? Yeah, I'm here. I have to give him to them. You weren't trying to take me back, were you? Trying to save me. Where are you going?
You're not the only one who didn't find what they were looking for.
Yo, stay together, man. Stop venturing off. I like you. I want you to get your kid back. I want her to get her answers as well. Let's see where Michael and Walt is. You know what, right? Her daughter, which I'm assuming it is, you know, when she was talking to Claire, I was going to say, do you know, I personally think when you look at people sometimes, you see TikToks all the time, actually, they go, where are you from? And they go, I'm from England. And they go, where do people usually think you're from? And they're like, Poland. And then obviously then they'll take a picture of them and they'll ask someone, where do you think this person's from? And then they'll guess. Mate, when she was speaking to Claire, then I was going to say, she looks French. And then in my head was like, Russo's the French woman. So... good casting. Do you know what I mean? Like, I actually do think that when you just look at Russo, she looks French. I do. And I feel like when you looked at that person who was helping Claire, I also think she looks French. If you literally asked me without knowing the show at all, just look at them, where they're from, that's where I would have picked. Now, Claire, I wouldn't say Australia. But them, I would. I don't know. It's strange, man. Sometimes it is strange. I would have said they was. I think that's decent. I'm excited. It's obviously give a little bit of hope to her, even though she's also gained a lot of disappointment as well because she's not here. But finding a facility and knowing that a teenage girl helped Claire is a massive bonus because she knows that she's actually alive, which again is exciting. And we see nothing about Walt, we see nothing about Michael. And obviously, why have they left this facility here? They still use it clearly because they've been there recently using glue and costumes to obviously use themselves as disguise in the trees. Where did they hide now? Where did they live? They must have a better facility than this one. Do you know what I mean? It's well good.
Your baby, was it a girl? I remember. A girl. A girl with blue eyes. She helped me. She saved me. She wasn't like the others. She was good.
I'm sorry that you didn't find what you were looking for. And I hope your baby's not infected.
I wish Russo was part of the camp, me, man. I think she's better than some of the main cast, but maybe it's because you get it in small doses. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes small doses or something is way better than full dose.
Back for more tools?
He knows.
Well, there you go. Just be careful what you say to him.
I am Mr. Echo. Do you mind if I sit, Henry?
They think I'm one of these others? Other what?
Please stop talking. The first night I spent on this island, I was dragged into the jungle by two men. They never spoke a word to me. I killed these men. I need you to know how sorry I am for this.
Do you know what, right? You know what stresses me out? Certain ways people speak English. I'm not saying I speak it the right way. Someone could hate the way I speak it. But, like, he says his W's. Like, I say why. He says why. What? Do you know what I mean? Like, who? What? Why are you doing this? It stresses me out. Do you know why I think it stresses me out? It's because I've never heard anybody in my life ever speak like that. It's just like, do you know, like the way Millie Bobby Brown speaks in interviews and Emma Watson, yeah? They speak like the Queen's English. If you close your eyes, they sound the same as Queen Elizabeth did. But the fact is, I haven't heard anybody in life, in normal society, ever speak like that, and it does stress me out, man. Like the way the Americans speak here, speak more clearer than they do.
The rash has even started to fade.
Thank you so much.
Oh, she made that, didn't she?
Mummy made this for you. I wanted them to take you. Now I know that we're supposed to be together. And I love you so much.
Hey, they say that, innit? It's like when you see the baby, that's when you know it's true love.
Is that true, what you said about Hemingway?
You have good ears. You read Hemingway.
Guy ran with the bulls, fought in the Spanish Civil War. If I can wrap my brain around this, I can't get through 5 pages.
Dostoevsky had his virtues, too.
Are you the genius? Or are you the guy who always feels like he's living in the shadow of the genius?
It's just manipulation, man. That's what it is. He keeps dropping things in.
I just don't understand why you let the doctor call the shots.
Jack and I make decisions together.
My mistake.
Guy's gonna be in there now, buzzing. It's so, you know, when you can see things from a mile off, and it's just like it's so obvious, but like it happens every time. Like Locke's just messed up there, to be honest. You know, he couldn't have gone in and made that noise. The guy's obviously got Dumbo ears. He can hear all the conversations that are going on behind that big, massive, thick, safe wall. You know what I mean? Like, he's getting every little detail that everybody's speaking about, and then he's using it to his advantage. Do you know what I mean? Like, I literally thought last episode that he was going to get to Saeed when Saeed started breaking down, when he started talking about burying his wife and burying Shannon, the person that he loved. But then Saeed started to, like, use that as his motivation to not believe him, and do you know what I mean? And then went on the aggressive then. He started attacking him and beating him down. And, like, here again, you know, first of all, said it all the time, nobody's in charge. They decided that they're in charge, but it seems like Jack's the one. I said it last episode, Jack thinks that he's God. Do you know what I mean? He's the one that he feels like he's above everybody else in his decision making and what he sees goes. It's obvious to me as a viewer watching it that that's what's happening, but it doesn't mean that even though he's tried to take that position, doesn't mean that's what actually happens. Yes, it won yesterday because obviously it was either, you know, press the button or stop Saeed. Do you know what I mean? It was one of those. And obviously he kind of won in that scenario, but most of the times it is like a 50-50 split, and like Locke does it certain times and he does it other times, you know what I mean? But again, nobody's technically put them in charge. They've just decided to, because they're a big personality, they've decided that they're the ones that are calling the shots. Now, easy manipulation, that was going to happen. Shouldn't have made that noise. The guy knows it's working now. Like I said, I do firmly believe he's an other, but who knows, mate? I don't know. Great episode today, in my personal opinion. I thought the last two have been really, really good. I think all the ones with Russo in have been the better episodes of the show, to be honest. She just brings a lot of unpredictability, a bit of chaos as well, and lots of information and emotion. You know what I'm saying? Baby taken, side attacked, you know what I mean? Last episode, you know, capturing the guy. This episode again, you know, going there, trying to find Alex. That's what she was hoping for anyway. Very good stuff. I'm enjoying it. Looks like Alex is alive. She saved Claire as well from Ethan. Got the backstory that we've been kind of, you know, questioning what's going on. Been very good. Yeah, okay, the baby's not sick. Fantastic. But we know that they're out there. We still need to go. We still need to search. What's happened to Michael and Walt? You know, they're still nowhere to be found. So again, we ventured out today. Let's get some more venturing out. And that's going to wrap up the 15th episode of the second season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. So, you know, I enjoyed it today. You know, we've still got that much needed information that she's been longing for, so to speak. You know, obviously she wants to get her daughter back, but just knowing that she's alive and she's not really one of them as well, she's helping people, you know, it's just going to motivate her even more to find her. And I actually really do like her, and you know, I wish she was in it more, to be honest. I'm glad that the baby's not actually sick. It would be ruthless, wouldn't it, if the baby actually died? I just think that that's just a savage pull that they would do on the show. I don't think it's needed, not yet. If you want a shock moment, then yeah, do it. Get the baby taken. I'd rather the baby taken than killed, you know what I mean? Like, this show doesn't need a dead baby. It can be taken, like Walt, and everybody motivated to go out. It's just as bad. And obviously I thought that was going to happen the first time she was taken, and I'm buzzing that we got just a backstory. You know, to me, I always just like answers concluded. It doesn't even need to be an amazing little bit of story, but you know, the whole time I've wondered how she got away. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we did see Kate, she was caught, she wasn't strong enough to escape. You know, it was mentioned last episode about obviously Sun. How did she escape? You know, and so I was saying, look, if you put Sun and Kate into a fight, you know, she would think that Kate would really come up trumps, and it just makes you wonder about obviously the scenario with obviously Claire. The whole time as well, she's always saying that she's not remembered what's happened, and she did come running through the trees, and I've always been wondering what's going on there, how she escaped from Ethan. Do you know what I'm saying? But then here, you look at it, they're in a facility. They was injecting her. I'm not too sure what they was injecting her for, if I'm being totally honest. You know, like the whole episode, they was talking about there being, you know, an infection and they got to protect the baby. But like, what is that the case or not? Is that something that they were saying or not? I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? Because again, yeah, nobody here in this camp has actually got sick. We're 50 days plus now on the island. Nobody's actually got sick. Now, Russo said that her camp did, and she killed them. You know, Henry saying his wife got sick and she's died. And we've heard, I'm sure I've heard some of the others maybe say that about the sickness as well. And, you know, we've actually had to hear again, you know, the acknowledgement kind of by the others in that facility that, you know, there's something going on as well. So, I mean, I'm not too sure if they was trying to protect the baby or not, or if they was just trying to drug Claire, do you know what I mean, and make sure the baby was okay so they could cut it out of her. They have no intention of keeping Claire, you know what I mean? Like Russo's kid, Alex, was saying, you know, they're coming in, they got to cut you open, you're going to die, they're going to keep the baby for themselves. You know, their facility was well good, you know. They've got, like, lockers, they've got a surgery room, they've got a couple of rooms that we've seen as well that was fully specced up. Lots of lights, lots of, you know, what would you call them, like accessories, you know, cradles, beds, chairs, like I said, just lockers, cupboards, fridges and stuff. Like, that would be, again, another good location for, and again, how far is that technically away from their current camp that they're in? You know, if you look at it, you've got the Dharma one that they're in, you've got the Dharma one that they've just found, and you had the Dharma one that obviously Mr. Echo and that come from. So there's 3 currently that we know that are on this island so far. We also know that obviously the others are dressing up to make it either look like they're scruffier than they are, or to obviously not let the people on the island know who they are. Maybe in case they encounter them again in a different time and they don't know who they are, / if they've met them before, if that makes sense. So the guy with the beard, if he met Sawyer now, the only way he's recognisable and distinguishable, in my personal opinion, is his voice. I clocked him straight away when he's talking, but maybe they don't. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you've seen him in his current state without his beard, he looks like a different person. Maybe that's what they're thinking. You know, if they see us in one time looking like this, they're not going to think we're the same people when they see us, like, over here dressed like this. Again, I'll go back to what's happened to Michael and Walt. I literally cannot believe that Walt was taken as the big shock of the last episode of the first season, and we are 15 episodes in and we've not seen Walt at all. Now you can say, yeah, we have seen Walt. He was stood there covered in water talking. He was stood there covered in water when Shannon died. That's not seeing him. They're basically not in the season. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? What happened to Michael as well? He stole a gun, he ventured out. Has he been captured? Has he not? Where's he gone? What's happened to Desmond? Where have you gone as well? You know what I mean? Like, Desmond's the least of my questions, but again, it's still a question that's lingering. I want to know what's happened with Walt, you know what I mean, and Michael. And I would love to see where the others are living and their life on the island. I feel like that's a big thing that I'm personally missing. Like, is how they live, what do they do to survive, and like what technology / facilities do they have? You know, a couple of questions that I've been asking, we've been getting answers to, which is great. You know what I mean? The backstory to the backstory to Claire. What's happened to Russo? You know, got it again. You know, Bernard, he's here in the camp. Still don't know where he is now. He's here though. You know, some good stuff's been happening, but now I would love to see their perspective. You know, that side and what's going on where they're living. So maybe we get that in a couple of episodes' time. Technically, we're getting close to the end. We're way more than halfway now. So, I mean, that's really interesting. Been a good season so far. Do feel like it can pick up again, and it's got more layers and levels to go. So I'm excited to see where we do it, because, you know, last season right at the very end was sick. I reckon, like, the last 7 to 10 episodes of season 1 was the best ones, and hopefully that's the same here in season 2. So that's where we currently are. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.